Hi. um, Hello everyone. I know it's been a few days since I last uploaded. I am very sorry about that. It's not because I'm lazy. Yeah, I'm a little lazy, but that's not related to this. I'm like kind of sick. I think you guys can tell. This has been my best friend for the past couple of days. Um, because I guess I got the PAX pox or whatever you want to call it when I went to PAX this last weekend. I'm sick, you know. It's nothing major. It's just like a cold, basically. Um, but it makes it virtually impossible to record just because nobody wants to listen to this shit while guns are blaring in the background and stuff. Um, excuse me. Um, and I don't know. I just I've had a lot of headaches and a lot of sniffles and excuse me. And that's been a thing that's happened a lot. I've been sick a lot the last year or so, like 3 or 4 times in the last year. I've gotten a cold of some sort, and yeah, that's not fun. This one hasn't been as bad as others, that's for sure, but still not fun. I just kind of wanted to make this as an update just to inform everyone. I'm not dead. I'm not taking a break or anything like that. I'm just not capable of recording at the moment. I'm getting close to being better, I think. Definitely better than I was a couple days ago. Um, Definitely have a few videos and games down the pipeline or up the pipe. I don't know. One of those. It's one of those things that people say involving pipelines. Um, I sent in a request for a press key for Firewatch, and I should be getting that in the next day or two, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing for Kona, I think. I met one of the developers at PAX, and game seems interesting. It's kind of got that sort of Colot sort of deal going on, like the sort of exploration, in the snow and all that. But it's got a driving mechanic, has some voiceover work by the main character. It seems like it seems better produced than a lot of games of that ilk. So it makes me intrigued, to say the least. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna be better in the next day or two, so I can get that stuff started. That would be very nice if I could do that. Um, just my body needs to be willing to cooperate there. Also, really sorry for the monotone voice. Probably makes listening to this not very fun. Um, what else? There are things. There are other things. Oh yeah, I got schoolwork. That's another thing. That's been a lot of fun. I got to prepare a speech. I have a speech class this semester, and I have to prepare 2 speeches over the course of the next 2 weeks. Got to perform one on the 13th and another on the 20th. So luckily, this is just a cold, because if it were a flu or something, I'd be fucked. Um, I'm just getting started on an outline, and if I miss either speech at the campus, I get dropped from the class, which I think is bullshit. But oh well. Uh, ow, ow! That cough gave me a headache. Fuck. Well, that was excruciating. Also, since I've been sick, I've had an excuse to be doing things that I wouldn't be doing otherwise, just because I have no backlog in recordings or anything like that. Um, I've been playing video games on my own for a change. That's been nice. It's been a really long time since I've done that. I picked up The Witcher again, funny enough, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot more now that I'm not recording for it, which probably is a good thing. There's some games that are better done by yourself, and I feel like The Witcher is one of them. Um, so yeah, that's a thing that's been happening. Also trying to play a little bit of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, because I've heard good things about that. So far it's been all right. It's an Assassin's Creed game. It's been a very long time since I've actually really liked an Assassin's Creed game. So, um, ow. It's gonna take a bit to get me really interested in that. But yeah, so I've been playing a few games. Been watching some TV shows and movies. I've just been very unproductive. Drinking milkshakes. That's been fucking cool. Haven't had a milkshake in a very long time, so that's been a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, so I saw Horace and Pete. I'm just kind of giving you guys like a general idea of what I've been doing. I feel like I should post something, so I'm just gonna talk about the shit I've been doing in the wake of being sick. So if you don't find that in any way interesting, then I don't know why you're even fucking watching this up to this point. But yeah, so I watched Horace and Pete, which is a show Louis C.K. has come out with. Posted on his website. It's like $5, which I don't know. I think that's really cool. That like, you know, the next one's supposed to be like $3 or something. It's just relatively inexpensive for, you know, such a high quality, you know, product he's putting out there. Has like Steve Buscemi and Edie Falco and a lot of stand-up comics I'm familiar with, like Kurt Metzger, for example. It has a lot of cool guys, and it's kind of comedic, but it's actually mostly just like dramatic, which is interesting. You know, you wouldn't peg Louis C.K. as the dramatic writer type, but he does a really good job at it. Oh, I've got a couple movies that I'm planning on watching here in the next day or so. Let's take a look. So I've been wanting to watch Europa Report for a really long time. It's like a sci-fi, like space sort of film. I think it's a horror. It's like on the moon of, I don't know, some fucking planet. It's one of them. Europa, right. So what's Europa? Which one was that? I'm sorry, I'm sick. What do you want from me? Okay, yeah, it's one of the moons of Jupiter. Give me a break, you know? I would know this shit otherwise. So that's one I'm planning on watching. I'm also planning on watching It Follows, which is a really like interesting horror film that I've heard really good things about. And also The Thing, which I've actually never seen. I pride myself on my horror film watchingness. Yeah, well, let's go with that. I used to watch a lot of really iconic horror films, you know, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream to an extent. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. But one I've never seen before is The Thing, which I've been kicking myself for the longest time because I fucking love Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's awesome. And I'm really excited to watch this one because it's got all practical effects. It's right up my alley. It's got everything that I would want in a horror movie. So I'm really mad that I haven't seen that. Also, speaking of horror movies that have Kurt Russell in them, if you haven't seen Bone Tomahawk, fucking watch that, man. It's a really good movie. It came out last year, and I guess it was like around the time that he was filming for Hateful Eight, the Tarantino movie. And it's a western. It's a horror western. And I guess the director of this movie was like, hey, you look like you should be in a western. Be in our western. And so Kurt Russell's like, fuck yeah, I'll be in your western. I'm already looking like I'm supposed to be in a western. And so he did it. And it's really neat, like, because you don't get a lot of like horror western films, and that's really cool. I'm not going to spoil anything for it. It's a very low budget film. It was only $1 million. They made like a 2.5 hour movie with $1 million, and it does not look like $1 million movie. It looks like a genuinely well made piece of art. Like it looks like it was made for a lot more than that. It's got, once again, it has, I think, all practical effects. I'm pretty sure it has a surprisingly, you know, good cast in terms of, you know, the name recognition. Obviously, as Kurt Russell. It has the dad from Step Brothers. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's in it. It has Matthew Fox from Lost. That guy still exists. And Patrick Wilson, who I fucking love. I pretty much anything Patrick Wilson's in, I'm down to at least take a look at it. He was in Insidious. He was in The Conjuring, I think. And he was in the most recent season of Fargo as Lou Solverson. So he's been in a lot of stuff. And he's a really good actor. And those four, it's kind of like I feel like a good combination when it comes to this movie. Like, it's like a mixture of Stand By Me and Cannibal Holocaust. Like, I feel like it's a mixture of those two. If you could find a movie that had those two movies combined, it's this. And it's awesome. It's great. Seriously. It's a slow burn, but like it's more so the movie's about the journey. It's not about the destination. The destination takes up like I'd say 20 or 30 minutes of the film out of the two and a half hours. So the majority of it is them just walking. And it's great because like it's probably the most like Tarantino movie without it being a Tarantino movie. Like just the dialogue is that good. So yeah, I thought that it was great. It had David Arquette too. That guy still does things. So yeah, he was in it. And yeah, so that's a good movie that I haven't seen in a while. I might watch that again. But yeah, I don't know. Part of me kind of has been enjoying being sick just because I I've been doing a lot of things that I don't usually do. I've just kind of been relaxing and not really making myself work. And that's been nice to just kind of like sit back and play video games like I used to, watch movies, watch shows, just kind of fuck around and be as unproductive as humanly possible. That's really cool. Awesome. Uh, so yeah, that's about it. Sorry if this has not been interesting to listen to. Like I said, I just felt like I had to make something. I had to put something together for people to listen to, people to watch, just give people an idea of what's going on right now. So yeah, keep an eye out for Kona. Keep an eye out for Firewatch and Dying Light. Might also see see if I can do Unraveled. My understanding is that's coming out on the 9th or somewhere around that time as well. So that's like 4 games in the next like week. I'm not gonna be able to do them all, but I'll try to get some of them done and then others done at another date if possible. Oh, actually, one more thing. I'm not gonna reach for it now, but I got a green screen, which it's not like a full like giant green screen, but it's like like the window covers for a car. You kind of like pull it out and it like kind of just it plops out like like you fold it up and it has like the steel wiring around it that's covered by like some sort of really really strong cloth. And you fold it up multiple times to kind of just keep it like this, and it kind of just plops out. I got one of those. Unfortunately, it's so large that it doesn't stand on its own, so I have to buy a stand. But I'm in the process of getting green screen and lighting and all of that. I got to get some more finances together, but I'd probably expect to have the whole green screen setup thing prepared by like probably the summer. But yeah, once again, I'm planning on doing more face cam. I don't know how much I'm gonna do. Ideally, I'd like to do it for most games. I think that the exception will be third-person games. I think that'll be the exception. But almost everything else, I'd like to do face cam for and just kind of gear towards that direction because I've been not doing that pretty much all last year. I played around with it and I want to experiment. I want to experiment and see how this year how Facecam consistently doing it that way, how that works, and how viewership might increase. I feel like it makes videos more personal, and it makes people kind of identify with you more, which might increase viewership longevity and just like keeping people around and stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of this year early on. I've been trying to experiment with stuff and see how things go. I've been changing things up. So yeah. I haven't posted very many gaming videos lately. It's been pretty much just vlogging and updates. Like that's been it for like the past 2 weeks, and then The Last of Us. Or not The Last of Us. God damn it, the Uncharted. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll try to get back to video games very soon. Yep. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy the video, or at least were able to tolerate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.